everyone. This is Coast Blacks here for the final race of PSGL Season 32. Yes, I know, really late, really late, but honestly just haven't had the motivation to honestly do this anymore. Just kind of grown out of it. You know, it's not that I don't want to do YouTube, but just rather do something different in F1. This game just kind of turning me out of what I want to do. But we got P9. We messed up our final run, also messed up our actual lap, and we wanted to say, usually we save a pair of softs just in case. But on the lights out, and away we go. We get a really good start. First phase was a little slow. Second phase was pretty good, going up through the gears. But the AlphaTauri clearly just came up, which I guess he had every right to do. But then the Williams just turns across me completely and spins himself out. So nothing I can do about that. I don't think that was anything really I could have done. Besides, if I had a little bit more time, we'd just let him have it. But I mean, that's clearly all on him. So really much I could do there. But anyways, going through here, we get just oversteer, lose the back of the car. And now we have our teammate who's coming to attack us. Down the inside he goes, but he completely overshoots it, hits us, and spins himself out. And I go to check vehicle damage.
The front wing, you've taken some minor damage. Tire condition still
and yeah,
good.
I didn't actually see there. We have wing damage, so pretty furious. I wouldn't say I was furious, but I was a little aggravated because this didn't really. I mean, I get what he was trying to do, which is a mistake. Not really much he could have done, I guess, in that point once he goes for it. Besides, obviously, don't mess up, but oh well. People are always gonna not mess up. But moving on, see a bunch of chaos going on, and even with this, we find ourselves up to 5th, and you can see there the wing damage really hurting me, and I'm just trying to think, do I want to pit or do I want to stay out? And in my head I'm thinking, if I pit, my race is pretty much over, because honestly there's only 11 cars and I don't think there's going to be a safety car. I think we started with 12 or 13 and somebody retired, but I just figured there's just really no point to even try it. You might as well just go with it. And as you can see here, just silly mistakes. But we had so much understeer, we fell out of the DRS, so kind of unfortunate. Yeah. So moving on though, on the lap 5, you can see coming out of this corner, we're now got the Haas TVH NL coming, and now he's actually going for it, because I can see him kind of getting some pretty fast momentum. So with aggressive, spot the bottom, and yeah, make sure he couldn't cover me off. But then on the very next lap, Dutch spins out, and that moves us up to P4. And I just felt if we didn't have this damage, man, we will be on for a very strong race, because even with this damage, we are still, I felt like we're faster than the guys behind. And yes, you see it all there. The Haas spun out and we completely missed the corner, which cost us about 2/10. But I knew they were going to get back on my DRS anyway, because I was running pretty low downforce, so I was pretty slow, or pretty fast and straight. As you saw there, 33 front wing. That's not really usual for this track. I think most people try to go like 35 or 38 or higher. But I thought I want to be fast and straight. I just want to, feel like I can defend and, maximize the setup. And I felt like I did. I really felt the car was good. And I think that little bit of understeer was helping me. But as you see, also the Williams spins out. And he actually kind of turned up. And that kind of killed my momentum. But you can see there he has some damage. And I was going to go around the outside, but I guess he didn't know or whatever. I don't think it was intentional, but he pushed me off, and I wasn't too I was obviously a little annoyed, but I mean, it is what it is. Maybe I should just try to do the switch back. And but yeah, he pulled off, let me have the spot, so it's whatever. moving on to P3 in this race with a 3-second penalty. But I still know we could fight for a podium. But now pit stops are beginning as my teammate goes into the pit, and I thought that was way too early. Definitely not worth the risk yet. I at least want to go to lap 16, and as you saw there, TVH and pretty much everyone else behind him goes into the pit. So now I'm gonna go into the pits, but I try to hit the wall, but doing that I mess up and forget to hit the triangle to slow the car down, and that gives us a 5-second penalty. So, and we're repairing the wing too. So yeah, very, very unfortunate.
Perfect job from you and the crew there, mate. We're delighted with that.
There seems to be a spin behind this, but you're gonna see there goes my teammate, there goes CVH. Here comes Dutch
Pit strategy complete.
coming up, and you see those guys are not far ahead. They're only like 3 seconds ahead, 4 seconds ahead. I really felt like I could make that up. Yeah, about 4.5 seconds. I felt like I could make that up in no time. And as you can see here, we're actually catching the Ferrari and the Williams. I think Dutch is at those guys right now. I had a couple of spins and lost a lot of time. So now we're going to go by the Williams here. As I just had a couple of spins, lost touch with Dutch because I was right with them, but I lost grip in this corner right here, and that kind of hurt me. So now you see the Ferrari go very defensive, and he completely overshoots the corner. So, and now we get beside him, we get the grip, use a little bit of ERS to get the boost, and now it's just we put the traction down more. As you see, there's Dutch, and I thought he was going to unghost, and I didn't want to hit the Williams or the Ferrari, but I had to. I didn't know what was going to happen there, so I did move over a little bit, but luckily he didn't spin out, so I kept pretty good awareness there. So here we play a little bit of tactics and let the Ferrari go. You see, I knew we were going to be on the fire on the straight, so I just thought might as well. Really, I shouldn't have did this. I had 11 seconds. This didn't make sense. So I had 3 seconds here, maybe even 6, but you see the Ferrari goes very defensive. As you can see, not really happy with me. He's pretty annoyed with that move, and then tries to push me off, but I ain't having it. And then he completely overshoots the corner. We push him off, and I mean, he was really already off at that point. And he tries to go down the inside, but doing that, he pushes out the Alfa Romeo. So it's getting very physical, you know, very aggressive out on the track now. And we actually pulled away from those guys because they started racing each other. But on the last lap, you can see we're only 2 seconds behind my teammate and TVH, who I have. My teammate have 2 lap fresher tires in, and the Haas have 1 lap fresher tires in. I think my teammate is just not quite on the pace, and I think there is a Williams, and I think the Williams got a, or no, AlphaTauri, I mean, got a puncture. And yeah, as you see there, he actually got a puncture, and we just rolled up on him too fast, because I didn't want to, you know, slow down. I want to keep the momentum up. So really, I just kind of ran into the back of him. Yeah, I know it wasn't the smartest move, but I mean, what did I got to lose? I got 11 seconds. I pretty much know I had this place, or I was going to get a top 7, so it didn't really matter to me. I was going to lose 5th and 6th anyway, so it doesn't really matter. But I was just trying to get to those guys because I knew the pace was very strong, and yeah. But this race was on me. I should have had a podium in this race, I felt. As you see, the Ferrari goes down my inside, but here I have no front wing, so you see how much they're gaining on me. And the Ferrari is actually going to go around the outside, and I accidentally pushed him off. I thought he was going to go for a switchback, but he didn't, and that allowed Dutch to get by him, and we come home P7 in the finale in COTA. So another miserable home race. Just every time here, you know, I kind of have that thinking that I'm gonna just have a terrible race here. So it's whatever. Just glad it's over. Glad this season's over. Not a fun season really. Besides, really, I mean, the race was fun. I guess I had a lot of pace. Felt like I should have been on the podium for sure, but Other than the Netherlands, I don't really feel like I had a good shot at a podium besides here in the Netherlands. But and maybe I think one more race, but I can't quite remember that race, honestly. I know there was one more race I felt like I had a good shot at the podium, but it kind of fell apart. So yeah, that pretty much ends the season for me. Haas gets a 1-3 with Alfa Romeo getting second. Yeah, unfortunate. Like I said, terrible season, but the new season has started. Honestly, I feel like I'm just going to drop down to reserve because I don't really feel like racing PSGL or WOR anymore. I'm just really not in the mood to. Yeah, I think probably just going to finish out these seasons and call it done after that. Once I finish out F8 and WR, just gonna call it that and be done with this game. I just don't feel like playing it. Kind of just growing out of it. So yeah, there's the results. P7. I did get a penalty after the race because Ferrari, for some reason, reported me. I thought it didn't. I thought it was pretty meaningless, but who cares? That happened to me the previous season, so it doesn't really matter to me. Yeah. So, figure I'll obviously show the standings, and yeah, like I said, a pretty lackluster season. So here are the points. As you see, I got P11. Just yeah, like I said, just a lackluster season. Not really a fun season. Just a lot of mistakes, a lot of things I feel like I messed up. I think it was Britain. I think I could have got another podium at, but here are constructors too. You see, you got P7, but yeah, that's going to be pretty much it for me. This is QRT Blacks. See you guys later.